Edo State government demolish houses and arrest over 20 suspect cultists in Edo North. If you are a landlord or a landlady in Edo State, in Awushi and in Eboma, you need to be very careful out there, because this period is a tough time period for landlord and landladies. Now, Edo State government have just announced that any houses at all they find cultists and any person that is doing yahoo yahoo, when oyibo they call cyber crime, they are going to demolish that house and they will arrest the landlord and the person. And once they arrest the landlord is going to go to kirikiri for 10 good years before he can come out from kirikiri. And even hotel papa, any hotel at all, they find any cultist person or person that is doing this yahoo yahoo, they will still demolish the hotel and they will still arrest the owner of the hotel. The government also said that once they demolish the houses, the land now automatically belong to the government, no longer yours again. So if you don't want all these things to happen to you, you need to make the type of person you allow to rent your apartment. What I will advise is that if you want to rent an apartment for any person from now, you need to know what he or she is doing, what are their occupation. Once they tell you their occupation, you need to go and investigate thoroughly if it's true that person is telling you before you allow them to rent an apartment from you. Because now a lot of them is going to start lying that this is what they are doing, whereas that is not the real thing that they are doing. So please, as a landlord or as a landlady, you need to be safe out there. You need to mind the type of person you allow to rent an apartment from you. Well, let me leave you in this place so that you will not say that I am the one that is saying all these things. Just listen yourself. I will come back to come and say my own opinion. Just watch the video.
The Edo State Special Security Squad, codenamed Operation Flush Out Cultists and Kidnappers, during the week commenced mass demolition of properties linked to suspected cultists in Esako West local government area of Edo State in a high-stakes operation led by the Chief Security Officer, Government House, and the Governor's Principal Security Officer, PSO. About 20 suspects were arrested during the operations, and 4 houses were demolished, including a building located on Egbiadokai Street behind Otaru Primary School in Auchi, owned by a wanted cultist known as To Believe. The building, which served as a regular meeting point for members of Black House Confraternity, yielded alarming evidence: 2 cut-to-size guns, 2 black beret caps associated with Black House cultists, and 1 sharp axe were found in the house. To Believe, who is currently on the run, is deeply embedded in cult operations in the region. The recent operation follows the brutal killing of a young man at Baba in South Ibie, an axe tied to rival cult clashes. Another house also demolished in Anogwele Street, Iyakpe, South Ibie, belonged to a cultist named Kuwat, who was said to be a member of the AA confraternity. When security agents arrived at his residence, he had already fled. Kuwat was named as the mastermind of the recent killing of the Baba. A property in the Ogodomiza area in Ibienafe belonging to another cult leader was also demolished. The house was earlier raided a day before, which led to the arrest of 2 young men, Momo Austin, 17, and Joseph Oya Zogo, 21. The suspects confessed that they were brought to the area to engage in cybercrime activities commonly referred to as Yahoo Yahoo. Authorities also conducted a related sweep at Hybrid Hotel and Suites in Elele, Uzaire, where suspects were arrested. Speaking after the demolition exercise at Egbedokai Street, John Izegegbe, Secretary of the State Security Squad, said the governor gave 166 days of grace to all cultists to renounce offering soft loans and skills training. That window was ignored. Now, desperate times calls for desperate action. The demolition is a warning to all landlords and cultists.
The governor gave extensively 166 days for all court-related activities and all individuals in court group to renounce. And he provided leeway for them to exercise this renunciation. He even gave soft loans, skills acquisition, and all sorts of provisions for them to come near him and let them discuss with him the way forward. But these provisions were defied, and even now the court activities even strive more. The governor felt offended and he said this must stop. And I believe that a desperate times like this call for desperate panacea to solve it. And this is one of the actions of that desperation. If all these things cannot take place or will not take place, cultism must still strive. It's a very long lesson to all landlords, long lesson to all members who is still persistent in cultism, to stay out of court. Come to a renunciation table. The governor wants to listen to you. It's paining the governor that this thing is going down, but he have to do what he have to do for peace to reign. I want to particularly advise all those who are still thriving in court activities to stay out of court, come to government house, come to special security squad office, do your renunciation, and come into a sane society where normalcy thrives.
He emphasized that the house was directly linked to the murder in Aochi earlier in the week, with evidence including weapons and court insignia found on the site.
The reason behind this particular action are numerous, but we are going to particularly hinge on two. One, court-related activity thrives here, and we particularly trace the killing of day before yesterday in town to one of the members of this house. We discover ammunition, we discover berets, and we discover all sorts of things. And there is no way this house and this building could escape. If you discover this building, they are separate. One is for the father and one is for the main actor to believe. And that is why we are touching it and bringing it down. The legal provisions have been spelled out and we didn't breach any law.
Another member of the security squad, Eribo Wata, added, "We are advising parents and hotels owners to be vigilant."
And we are also using this to advise parents, hotel owners, to please be careful of the type of people they let into their premise. Because if you don't give them the enabling environment, this type of thing will not happen. The governor is serious about this, and he has warned us. It's a marching order. So we are not joking about this. When we say we are going to do it, we'll definitely do it.
The mass demolition of the properties belonging to suspected cultists in Edo State sends a powerful message as Edo authorities enforce secret court and similar activities prohibition law 2025, which prescribes life imprisonment or a minimum of 21 years for court membership. The law also states that landlords or property owners who permit court meetings risk at least 10 years in prison alongside forfeiture and demolition of the property. The Edo State government reaffirmed its zero-tolerance stance on cultism with aggressive enforcement and intelligence-led operation across the state. Citizens are encouraged to report suspicious activities to help secure their communities. As the clampdown continues, more properties linked to cultists are expected to be marked for demolition, reinforcing Governor Monday Okpebholo's declaration. There's no safe haven for cultists in Edo State.
Dear brothers and sisters, you watch it yourself, you heard what they say. My own opinion in this video is that please, Mr. Governor, Edo State Governor, we know that you are trying. What you are doing, we really love it. But please consider the houses, because most of these landlords and landladies, they just have only one house that they are staying with their family. Some of them are not even working again. Some of them have retired. They use their retirement to have that house. Please consider, because now to build a house, now it is very difficult to build a house. People house again, because a lot of people are going to be sleeping in the street. What of somebody that don't have money to rent an apartment again? What did you want that person to do? You demolish their house just because of one person, because this thing is too much. Many of them cannot take it. Sir, you need to consider. Well, my dear brothers and sisters, what are your opinions? Leave it in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and like this video, and help me to share this video. Give your friends and family. I will see you in my next one. Thank you and God bless you. I love you guys.